I'm Milton from TeamFFLEX. You are on my show, First Callouts. It's one I do every single week for all you competitors out there. While I'm giving you some tools, some tips, some tricks to help you get into the first callout, and we just talk about everything competing in general. Today we're going to talk about show cancellations, show postponements, and what you need to be thinking about as a competitor competing in 2020. Please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, and then share out this video. I'm Milton from TeamFFLEX. You are on First Callout. Alright fam, right now, very uncertain time for pretty much the world overall due to the coronavirus pandemic, but also for competitors competing. Obviously shows have been canceled, shows have been postponed, things have happened. As of right now, everything leading up till May 10th is off the board. Here we are right now in April 1st today, April 1st, so you know, we got a whole other month and 10 days left before any shows are supposedly going to start back up. And now a lot of questions I get literally every single day say, hey, what do you think about the shows? Do you think the shows are going to come back? Do you think the shows in June and July are going to be safe? They're going to be fine? And I'm going to tell you what I keep telling everybody. I have no answers for you guys. I know that I've been correct about some of my assumptions in the past regarding things like the Arnold and shutdown of, a lot of the shows that happened. But that was just my best guess based on what was going on in the world, not any information that I actually got officially before any of you did. The truth is, we all get the information at the same time, and we're going to get it from the big pages that are online, NPC News Online, IFBB Pro League. They're going to post these things, they're going to announce these things if there are changes to the schedules or for postponements or cancellations. And that's really what we got to keep in mind here is right now it is an uncertain time as of everything is saying. It's all a go after May 10th. But obviously that's subject to whatever the governments decide to do. Okay, and that could be down to the state government level or of course the United States government level. If things are put in regulation and things are continuing on, by that time, we can assume that it's likely that, things are going to continue to get postponed or canceled further. However, that does not mean that you should drop, your pursuit of your prep that's after May 10th or anything like that. What you should be doing right now as a competitor in 2020 is continually focusing forward on that goal. Keep your mind, keep your body, keep your physique, keep all that on target for whatever stage day you have chose, and if it changes, make sure you have a plan B. And this is something I've been repeating over and over and over because a lot of people are still not doing this. I'd ask a lot of competitors that are asking me, hey, do you think my show in July or June is going to go? And I'm like, I have no idea, but what are you planning for if it doesn't? And they have no idea. So what you got to do, competitors, is make sure you have your plan A that you keep working for. When you get official notice that that has changed, then you can go to a plan B. And let's hope you don't get any notice that it's changed. Let's hope that plan A pans out, this whole pandemic and everything else gets resolved, and competitions resume, and you can go back and do your normal shows as you had planned. But make sure you have a plan B, because if you don't, then now you're going to be sitting in an area where you don't know where to go, what to do, or how to get there.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything.
I'm going to say it again, I don't have any information that anything is getting canceled, anything's been postponed. We did see, however, one of the national shows, the Junior USA, was moved, and that is actually after the May 10th deadline. So that's something to look at, something to pay attention to. Is it foreshadowing what's to come? Who knows? I think so much really depends on the day-to-day right now, because obviously every single day the pandemic, the coronavirus pandemic, and the things being done to combat it are changing. It is a different world we're living in literally every single day at this point. And so we have no idea what tomorrow brings, what the next day brings, what a week, a month brings. Like, seriously, if you think about this, you guys, back just a few weeks ago, I was talking about the Arnold, and how it got dropped pretty much a day, 2 out from the actual Arnold happening, and that was the only show that we had any idea would get canceled at that time, and that came out of nowhere. And then obviously the NPC-IPB announced all shows from March 16th to May 10th were off the board, and that was a massive change. But I'm basically saying just a few weeks ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago for sure, we had no idea there would be any changes to anything. And I want you all to know I'm getting the information the same time as you. A lot of you know that I am a sponsor on many of these events that happen. We do tons of shows throughout the year. I think we have well over 40 this year we're sponsoring, and some of them have already been canceled and postponed. So there's that, and I don't have any new information regarding any of the future shows. As far as I know, as far as any of the promoters I know, everything is a go until we hear otherwise, and that can come from the government saying, hey, you can't do these things. That can also come from the organizations like the NPC and the IPB were the ones to cancel the events from March 16th to May 10th, and basically they had to reschedule them or cancel them for this year and resume them next year, and that's because of the coronavirus pandemic. What I want you all to know out there as competitors is that this is such a crazy, uncertain time in general in the world for a lot of people. It is also an uncertain time for anybody who's in the sport of bodybuilding. It's an uncertain thing regarding if shows are going to happen, what people are going to do, but what I want to say is everybody is doing their best, and that comes down to the athletes that are out there, the coaches that are out there, the promoters that are out there, the organizations. They are doing their best. This is a crazy circumstance. It is something nobody could have planned for. It is something nobody could have thought would even happen, honestly, right? This came out of nowhere, and it has swept the world, obviously. It is causing a whole bunch of changes as far as everything goes, from social distancing to economical stuff, people getting laid off when they had secure jobs. There's a lot going on. This is impacting the world economically, health-wise, every way, pretty much. The coronavirus has changed our world. And so what I want you all to remember is if your show does get canceled, it does get postponed, move on and get a new one, okay? Remember that this stuff has to be done for the good of getting rid of this pandemic, for the good of humanity, for the good of taking action and doing your part. And I know a lot of people that are bodybuilders and competitors, they get in a mindset where they get so stuck on a specific stage day, any change to that day, and their first reaction is to lash out, get angry, want to have words with somebody. But at the end of the day, that's not going to help anybody. If this stuff does happen, if we see further cancellations, if that kind of stuff happens, remember, we're all in this together. Remember, every single time any of these things change, it dramatically affects everybody. If a promoter has to move their show, let me tell you this, it dramatically affects the promoter in so many ways. These shows are built out literally years in advance sometimes. Most of the time, when a show happens in March in 2019, when it's over, they're already planning for March 2020. They've already reserved the venue. They've already put down payments down. There's so much planning that goes into these events. Nobody wants to change them. Nobody wants to have to change them. But if they do have to change them, you got to understand it's for the good of the cause. And that is what it's about. That's what we have to do. This is a circumstance nobody could have prepared for. And honestly, we just got to get through it day to day. Literally, this is a day to day, and I want to make this video today to tell you, hey, I don't have any new information for you guys. I don't know of any other cancellations or postponements or anything going on. The NPC and the IFBB will announce these things on their news outlet channels, their website, their social medias, all this, in the event that those things happen. And that's where you guys need to look, okay? Stop talking to random people that seem to have rumors and ideas. That's not what you want to do. It will come straight from the organization and straight from the promoters if there are any changes. And remember, do not change your plans until you know, officially confirmed by either the promoters or the NPC IFBB, that your show is being changed. Your show date is either being canceled, postponed, whatever. Do not change any of the stuff you are doing. You need to continue to work for your prep. You need to continue to shoot for your show dates. You need to keep your vision focused forward, fam. It is a very difficult time in a lot of ways to train at home and to eat at home and to do all these things. It's out of your routine. It's out of your element. But keeping yourself moving forward is absolutely critical right now. Physically and mentally, you have to do it for your overall health and your wellness. And if you sit in your house and you're on quarantine and you start getting negative, I guarantee it's going to be a very tough time for you. We got to keep moving forward. We got to keep working forward. We got to keep going forward. And that's what I want to see you all do. So Please make sure you do that. Please make sure you understand these things. And please keep this in your mind as you go forward in 2020 as a competitor, as this pandemic continues to develop, things keep changing. We're all going day to day, fam, but we're all doing this together. And I think that's so important to remember. Thank you for watching. I'm Ryan Milton from TeamFFLEX. This is First Callouts. Subscribe and share. Coach Ryan.